Hi guys, welcome to my gentle yoga class. So first to start off, let's come to set up our space. So right now I have my yoga mat out. I have a towel at the top just because my mat is it's a Manduka Pro and it's very slippery. So that's kind of what I've been using so that I don't slip because I sweat a little bit when I do yoga. So if you have a yoga mat, feel free to roll that out or use a towel if you don't have one. I would also recommend using a block or a book. So if you have a really thick textbook, that can work in place of a block. And then if you have a strap or a belt, that also works. A strap is just like I'll show you. It's just like this long, it kind of looks like a belt, like you could wear around your waist to keep your pants up. And actually belts that are this kind of material, like cotton or whatever this is. I don't know what this is, but yeah, you can use that too. It's not a leather belt. I don't know about that. I've never used that before. I mean, maybe I wouldn't be using a leather belt for this though myself. So yeah, set up your space. Maybe put a playlist on if you feel like that. We're going to do some gentle, relaxing, stretching and cleansing and twisting poses. So I say put on something relaxing and calming, put on some classical music maybe, or some classical sitar music, Indian kind of stuff, or just, whatever you're feeling like in this moment, because this is all about you right now. Okay. And then if you want to, you can light a candle. I'm going to light some incense just to kind of set the environment for me. But if you don't like incense or candles, that's fine. Just do whatever's best for you in setting up your space. Maybe finding some room spray or something like that if you're not into candles and incense. And I need to find my lighter because it's not here. You can also set up fake candles, like the tea light ones. Found the lighter and it doesn't work. So I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. Usually the lighter's down here. So today we're going to do a pretty quick class. I took a power yoga class before this, so I'm a little tired. So I'm thinking 30 minutes. Hopefully that's good with you. I posted a poll on Instagram and Facebook. No one really got back to me, so I'm just going to go with 30 minutes because that's what I'm feeling if I don't know, how you guys are feeling. So, all right, let's come down onto our mats. And we're going to come into child's pose. So your child pose, it's your position, whichever one speaks to you right now. You can bring your knees in together, sit back onto the tops of the heels, extend the arms forward, or you can extend the arms back. Or you can bring your knees as wide as your yoga mat. or wider. I mean, why be confined to something like that? Or walk them in, not all the way out to your yoga mat. You can bring them in between, whatever's best for your body. And then extending the hands forward, forehead down to the mat, and your sits bones to the tops of your heels. And just breathe here, letting go. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Maybe walking those hands closer to the top of your mat and then relaxing your shoulders down. In this pose, we really want to try to let go of any tension we don't need to. We don't need to be holding on to right now. Maybe you're clenching your fists or your shoulders are not as loose as they could be. You're clenching your toes or something. Somewhere's holding on to some tension. Let's just try to soften that out. Maybe it's in the face. Maybe in the jaw, the eyebrow. Take a few more breaths here at your own pace. Breathing in through the nose, filling up, and exhaling out through the nose. Exhaling, letting it go. And let's do that 3 more times at our own pace. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale up to tabletop. So we're going to bring the wrists under the shoulders. The hips are over the knees. And we're coming onto the tops of the feet here. So just take some gentle cat-cows. So for cat, we're going to look up, tailbone lifts, inhaling and exhaling, the tailbone tucks, chin to chest, rounding in the spine. Inhale, gaze up, tailbone lifts. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding in the spine. And just alternate gazing up and cat, and exhaling, and rounding into cow. I know some teachers may be calling this cow, I might be calling this cat. Just make sure that you're inhaling when you're gazing up and the tailbone's lifting, and exhaling when you're rounding the spine, chin to chest. And on an inhale, when you're ready, just come to hands and knees into your tabletop pose. And on an inhale, lift the right arm up, gaze up, and exhale, thread it underneath the left arm, coming down to that right shoulder, gazing over to the left. So for this, we're staying on the tops of the feet. The toes can touch or they can stay apart. The hips are lifting up. We're just breathing here, feeling this stretch. Maybe keeping the forearm on the mat or wrapping it around the back for a sort of half bind. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhaling in and exhaling out. And if that arm's behind you, just bring it back to the mat. And inhale, lifting up to tabletop again. And then exhaling in tabletop. So we're going to take it on the left side. We're going to inhale the left arm up, gaze up, and exhale, thread it underneath the left arm, coming down to your left shoulder, gazing over to your right, either keeping the feet apart or bringing those toes to touch the big toes. And coming down onto the left cheek. So maybe keeping the palm and the forearm planted on the mat, or bringing that arm behind you into a half bind. Breathing in and breathing out. 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 On your exhale, planting the palm back down, forearm meets the mat, your palm, and then inhaling, lifting back up into your tabletop position. And now let's just sit, come to a nice seated position, whichever one your body is feeling today. So you can come into a cross-legged position, or you can have your knees in together to touch, and sitting on the tops of your heels, or any other versions, whatever your body's feeling right now in this moment. So on an inhale, I invite you to bring your palms to heart center and close your eyes. And then dropping the shoulders back and down, drawing the shoulder blades together a little bit. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And breathing in, taking more of a deeper breath, and exhaling, sighing it out through the mouth. Again, breathing in deep. And exhale, sigh it out. One more time. Breathing in deep. And exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. So now maybe take this time. You can keep your eyes closed and set an intention for your practice. The intention can be about, feeling calm, just feeling grateful for your life in general. Showing up to your mat today, that's a pretty great thing for you to have done. Especially with everything else going on. Sometimes, you just feel like not doing anything and just lying in bed and kind of sulking and being upset, but there's definitely times for that. Of course, I understand that. But when you can try to look at things in a lighter note, then why wouldn't you? And of course, yoga is not going to fix your unhappy emotions, but it can help you to deal with them. It won't stop them, but it can help. So taking another moment to ponder your intention. And then I invite you to flutter your eyes open, coming back into the space. And on an inhale, bring the arms up and overhead, gaze up. And exhale them down alongside you. Breathing in, gaze up, arms up, and exhale, arms to your sides. Again, breathing in, gaze up, arms up, and exhale, bringing them down along your side. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, and then exhale, twisting to your right, bringing your left palm down to your right knee, and you can bring your right hand. If you're in this position, your fingertips are pretty much going to be meeting the mat, or if you're in a seated position, you're going to be bringing your palm down and your hands can be facing behind you. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, keeping the chest lifted. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, maybe twisting a little more. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, trying not to grip onto your knee. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, bringing you back to center. On an inhale, arms raise up, gaze up, and exhale, twisting to the left. This time your right palm is going to come down to your left knee, and your left arm is going to come behind your left glute. Like I said, you're either going to come down to the palm and your fingers can face behind you if you're in a seated position, cross-legged, or if you're in this position that I'm in. At least for me, my fingertips are meeting the mat. Your body might be different. So breathing in and breathing out, gazing to the left. Breathing in, breathing out, twisting through the torso and the shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out, keeping heart and chest lifted. Breathing in, and breathing out, twisting a little deeper if you can. Breathing in once more, and exhaling back to center. On an inhale, bring the arms up and overhead, gaze up, and then exhale them down beside you. All right, so now what we're going to do is you can stay in whichever seated position you're doing. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, so if you want to, you can follow me. So for this, we're going to take the left leg. We're gonna keep that, bring that kind of to like a, your foot's gonna come down here. I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so you're gonna have kind of like you're coming into a cross-legged seat in a way, except your foot is more coming alongside your right glute, so your left foot coming alongside your right glute. Yeah, sorry. I've never actually instructed this pose before, so it's a little complicated because I've never been taught how to, and it's a little of a weird position. Okay, and then you're going to bring your right foot over to the left side, so kind of by your left glute over here. So just breathing here. And for this, you should really be feeling a stretch through your glute, I can't think of your right glute. Yeah, okay. I can speak, right? Okay. So you can either stay here, and if at any time poses are uncomfortable for you, definitely take a step back and come into child's pose, or just come into a seated position and work on some breathing. Do what's best for your body. So in this pose, we're going to want to keep our feet active, so flexing through the feet, right? I can talk, right? And then we're going to bring the right arm up and overhead, We're going to take the left arm back and up. So I'm taking my arm and then I'm kind of like bringing that hand to my, what is it, your uh, scapula? Yeah, like in between your shoulder blades. So I'm bringing that up there or as close as you can because not everyone can reach there. Then I'm going to bring my right arm and clasp with the hands. So to meet the other hand there. So the right hand is meeting the left hand. So if you can do this, great. And if not, you can grab a strap and you can bring the strap up and overhead and then just take a hold of it with your left hand and pull. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe folding forward towards your right knee. Or maybe staying upright. Focusing on your breathing. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the nose. And then an inhale, coming back up if you're not already up. And exhaling, separating your hands, and then switching to the other side. So keep that strap handy, your belt, whatever you have, if you're using one. And then we're going to bring the left leg over the right, bringing the right foot over to, the left foot over to the right hip. And then, your left foot is going to come, or your right, I'm messing this up. Your right foot is going to come over to your left hip. So just coming into this position, making sure that it feels okay for you, flexing through the feet, keeping them active, keeping the chest lifted, not your heart over your pelvis, over your head, keeping everything in alignment. And then for this one, we're going to take the left arm up and the right arm is going to come behind, coming up to that scapula area between your shoulder blades. And then taking the left arm behind and reaching for that hand and clasping at the hands if you can. And if not, using your strap, bringing that behind you, grabbing a hold of it with your right hand, and then pulling. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Remembering to keep the feet active. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe tipping forward, hinging forward towards your knee. Bending forward as much as you can, or not bending forward at all. If that's not in your practice, that's okay too. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And on an inhale, coming back up if you were forward. And exhaling out. Inhale in. And exhale, releasing it out. So if you need a little bit of break from that pose, you can come to child's pose, or you can come up for your first downward facing dog. So for down dog, we're going to plant the hands, lift up through the hips. We're going to want our feet to be about hip distance apart. Your chest is pressing back towards your thighs. And your heels should be on the mat or lifted off with the heels drawing towards the mat. Maybe walking your dog out. So bending into one leg, straightening the other, bending into the other leg and straightening the other. And alternating your breath as you do this. So breathing in, bending and straightening, and breathing out, bending and straightening. We're just staying still. When you're ready, if you're walking your dog, come into stillness. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, and exhale, walking your feet to the middle of your mat, coming into ragdoll. So separating your feet about a fist width in between, so your fist right in between, you want that amount of space. And then bending in the knees generously as much as you need, letting everything go. Letting the head really drop down. Maybe nodding it, yes. Shaking it out, no. To relieve that tension held there. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows, creating a box around the head, and swaying side by side, following your breath. And on an exhale, drop everything down. And inhale, begin to come up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae, very slowly. And your head is the last thing to come up. Your shoulders can drop back and down, coming into mountain pose. So for mountain pose, you can keep the feet at the hip distance where they are currently, or you can heel toe the feet together so that your toes are touching and your feet are together. You're going to want to draw the belly button in and up, little micro bend through the knees. Try not to lock them. You're going to want to tuck the tailbone down just a little bit. Gazing forward. On an inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Gaze up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades draw together, coming to a flat back. And exhaling, folding forward, and then stepping back into downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling, lifting the right leg up. And exhaling, sending that right foot in between your hands at the top of your mat, or towards the top of your mat, wherever your hands are. And we're coming into a low lunge, so making sure that you're at a 90-degree angle and your front leg. And then either staying lifted with the knee up, gazing forward, fingertips graze the mat, or you can drop the knee down for modification coming onto the top of the foot. So really, whatever's best for you in this present moment. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And you can plant your left palm down to the mat. And inhale the right arm up, gazing to the right. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe gazing up at that hand above you. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling in, Exhaling out, returning the right hand to the mat. And then we are going to start to straighten the right leg. And you can keep some bend in it if you need to, if you're not flexible enough, but always keep a micro bend. Just, precaution. And then we're going to flex through the right foot. And you can work to straighten the leg if it's not straight already. And then breathing in and breathing out. Letting that stretch through your hamstring. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, staring at the toes or your mat. Breathing in and breathing out. On the inhale, coming back to your low lunge. And exhaling the foot back into downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg lifts and send it through to the in between your hands towards the top of your mat. Coming to a low lunge on the left side. Again, 90-degree angle in the front leg. And you can be in this low lunge like this, or you can drop the knee down, coming on to the top of the foot. So whichever way you need it right now, do what's best for your body. Inhaling, exhaling, gazing forward. Breathing in, breathing out through the nose. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, dropping the right palm down to the inside of your left foot and inhaling the left arm up and overhead. Turning to the left, maybe gazing up at that hand. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Keeping that hand active. Your fingertips are drawing away from each other, creating space. Breathing in and breathing out. Dropping the palm down to the mat. Then we're going to inhale, work to straighten the left leg this time. So flexing through the left foot, maybe separating the toes out if you can, creating some space between them. Maintaining a micro bend if your knee is straightened the entire way. Micro bend in the knee, I don't think I specified. Breathing in, breathing out, gazing at the toes or the mat, like the top of your mat where your foot is. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe walking your hands and fingertips a little bit closer to your foot. Breathing in, breathing out. And inhaling back into your low lunge, coming to that 90-degree angle. And then exhaling, bringing that left foot back into your down dog. So just take a couple breaths here in down dog. Maybe walk your dog a little bit if you need that. And on an inhale, we're going to come into high plank. Not for long, I promise. This is gentle yoga. And then on an exhale, we're going to lower down all the way to the mat. And then come down to your mat. Bring one of your cheeks down and just rest here for a moment. When you're ready, inhale your head and your chin so that you're looking at the top of your mat. Back to center, back to the midline. And then we're going to inhale up. We're going to bring our forearms down to the mat, and they're going to come in line with our chest. So you're going to want your elbows underneath your shoulders. And then staying on, you can't see, but you're on the tops of your feet here. So breathing in, gazing forward, lifting up through the chest. And then if this is really hard on your lower back, maybe just dropping the head down a little bit to relieve some of that tension. Or if this is really hard in general and really hard on your back right now, just don't do it at all, just rest. On an exhale, coming on to the opposite cheek, gazing to the opposite side from which you had been, and rest. And on an inhale, returning that chin back to the midline, to the center. And then bringing your hands alongside your chest and inhaling up to cobra. So you're going to want to look forward, or you can gaze up slightly. It's okay with your neck. Making sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders for the most part. And on an exhale, returning back to the mat. Inhaling back up to tabletop. And just do some gentle hip circles here. Breathing in and breathing out. Going in a circular motion, one direction. And then maybe alternating that direction, going in the opposite way that you had been. And we're going to come onto our bottoms and extend the legs out long. And then we're going to really slowly lower down onto our backs. So we're going to kind of keep our hands planted next to us. And then just really slowly with control. That's fine. As long as you try, that's completely fine. So we're going to come into Shavasana, or corpse pose, which is the rest pose. So we're going to bring our feet, so your left foot's going to come to the outer edge of your left mat, and the right foot is going to come to the outer edge of the right side of your mat. We're really going to let go of all the tension here. And your hands can either have your palms facing down or your palms facing up. The palms facing down is more grounding for us, and the palms facing up is for being more open to new energies and new experiences and stuff like that. So coming into your Shavasana and just trying to let go, rest for a minute. Trying not to focus on the to-do lists or anything that's been worrying you. Focusing on the breathing and being in your body. And focusing on being with your body in this present moment. letting go of any tension that you might be holding on to unknowingly or knowingly. We often hold on to tension in our shoulders, in our jaw, in our back, in our neck. So just be mindful of this and try to ease it out if you can yourself. And otherwise, if you're feeling some way and you can't make it go away, just breathe and be with that sensation or that feeling, even if it's unpleasant. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then start wiggling through your toes really slowly, bring some more movement into the body. Maybe stretching the arms overhead, up and overhead, stretching out, or not doing that, whatever you feel like right now in this moment. And then bringing those hands back to the mat. On an inhale, bring the knees into the chest. And exhale, turning to the right, coming onto your right side to rest for a moment before we get up. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. On an inhale, planting into your palm, rising up into a comfortable seated position. And then come into whichever seat is comfortable for you. So I invite you to close your eyes here and inhale the palms to heart center. And exhale. Just continue to breathe here. On an inhale, bringing the palms up to the third eye. The light and divine, I was going to say the light and shine. Well, yeah. The light and divine inside of me recognizes the light and divine inside of each and every one of you. I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. And I hope that you can carry on with your day or your night, really. It's nighttime now. Wow. With your night and just be peaceful and calm. And just really try to stay in this present moment and be mindful about whatever you do. And breathing in, and breathing out, we bow and say namaste. All right, thanks guys. I'm gonna clap for us all virtually since we can't clap together. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I hope you guys have a great night. I posted on my Instagram and on my Facebook that I'm thinking about changing the time for this on Sundays from 7 to an earlier time, just so that I deliver food for Caviar and other food delivery services, and Sunday nights are sometimes a night that they need people on. Of course, those things are like, you can log on whenever you want, so it's not like I'm being penalized for not doing it. But like last night, there were supposed to be a bunch of orders, but I got nothing. So just a way to make money in this time when there's like nothing else to do. Of course, I'm in school, but I'm also trying to work and make some money and save up and pay back my student loans because I graduate. Yeah. So yeah, anyways, I put kind of like a poll on there. So the options were 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., and 2 p.m. So I was thinking about doing it more earlier in the day, or like kind of, afternoon, early afternoon. would be good, especially for yoga. I feel like doing it at 7 o'clock at night on a Sunday is probably not ideal for a lot of people. So yeah, if you want, you can just drop a note down below in this video. It should upload. Or if you can like type in the live chat, I don't know if you're able to, you can do that and let me know. Otherwise, if you don't have any other way to reach out to me, which I think you would, if, I don't know, but you can like message me on Facebook or message me on Instagram. I don't really feel comfortable giving out my cell phone over YouTube Live. So yeah, just let me know. Okay, well, I hope you guys all have a great night and are staying safe, washing your hands, using masks. That's really, really important right now, to wear masks whenever you go out and to wear gloves, just to keep yourself safe and keep everyone else safe. So just be careful. All right, have a good night.